Wait, we have empty seats?
I know.
What happened?
Steve Murphy's supposed to come, Greg Spiro's supposed to come.
Yeah, but it could be because we're gonna be.
Oh.
Where's Bill O'Reilly?
Bill O'Reilly, make a fight.
Yeah.
Steve
Murphy?
Terry O'Reilly.
Oh, Terry O'Reilly.
Oh, yeah, where's Terry O'Reilly?
Really happening?
Yeah.
He couldn't make it.
Who's he?
Oh my God.
Alice will be done. And she's not there.
No, it was.
So is the game all here then?
Everyone's supposed to be here.
Everyone is supposed to be here. Great. Hello, everyone. I know most of you.
And everyone who's not is represented by an empty chair.
Yes.
That's right.
And for those of you who I haven't met, it's nice to meet you. My name's Maria. Thank you, George and Michelle, for having me up again. I love doing these. And it's a nice night. A lot of times I pick when it's a thunderstorm. So this is really nice.
Just wait.
No, it's staying clear. It's staying clear. So we're gonna have fun tonight. I always say that. We're gonna have fun. And was it over here? Yeah, they said, okay, you know, you gotta get in there, because if not for you, then nothing's gonna happen. I said, oh, no, you have to be here for it to happen too. So it's a three-way communication between Spirit, me, and you, for sure, okay? What I like to just tell everyone is engage in the experience. It's interactive. Really, Spirit's here to talk with you, not me. They get me here safely and they get me home safely. And the deal is I don't go home with anyone, okay? So, when I'm bringing people into you, even if it's someone like your Uncle John who you didn't want to talk with, please talk with him, because he'll be coming home in my ear, okay? But I will say, Spirit works hard to get here. They love to come in and talk to you. They're here to give you uplifting messages. But it can get emotional. That doesn't mean it's a bad thing. That just means I feel you're feeling the love of Spirit coming in, okay? And I've been working, for those who don't know, with Spirit for 22 years now, okay? Full-time, I'm working on my 10th year. And I'm always surprised, I'm always amazed, I'm always learning, and I love that. That's what I love about this. And the one thing for me is that you gotta trust everything you're getting. And I do. I don't question anything. You'll hear me sometimes say, well, this is so random, I gotta give it to you. Okay, and it's sometimes those random things that really make the message that profound for you. It doesn't have to make sense to me, but I want it to make sense for you, okay? Spirit has a sense of humor, they really do, and I love working with them at that level. However, Spirit can also come in to make amends. Maybe they're sorry for something. Maybe they passed too soon and they want to let you know that they miss you because they miss you, just like you miss them. Let them talk. Let them really show you what they're all about, because their life and their story is still living on. They're not floating around in some dark hole doing nothing. They're busy and they want to share that with you. And I think that's the aspect of this that gives us hope, maybe a sense of peace and some comfort too, that they're living on. And usually when I'm talking about that, like if they're golfing, cooking, whatever, people give me those eyes. Like, really? Yes, really, they are. From my own experiences anyway, okay? And it's like having a conversation. It really, really is. So engage. I think that's the best way you're gonna have a wonderful experience when you're working with Spirit. I also get animals. I love getting animals. Yeah, emotional, thank you. Even the medium cries sometimes, I'll tell you that, and I feel like it might be like that tonight. And someone was asking me, Mike was actually, he asked a great question about, do you feel them every time you do this? And I'm like, yeah, but it feels different every time. No night is ever the same, at all, okay? And so I kind of let Spirit show me that, and that's what it's all about, and I go with that. So just go with the flow, really go with the flow. And what I'd like to do is, come on in. I was gonna take your seat, so hurry up, where it's going, it's going. You are.
Those are waiting for you.
Where's Greg?
Where are the boys?
They're in the kitchen, they're
Oh,
coming.
they can come. We have two more over there and some at home.
Cool. So how many of you have felt Spirit around you? Brave enough to answer? Yeah, that's usually what I get when I do groups. Half or more raise their hand. How many of you doubt it's spirit and think it might be something else? Good, so you believe, right? So guess what? Spirit can talk with you too, right? Okay? Everyone can connect with spirit. Everybody. This is a real person, not spirit.
Good to know.
Good to know. Well, I'm seeing them, so.
What do you mean? Gregory. Yeah.
Okay, we ready? Okay, I was just going through the intro anyway with that, okay? And so one thing too is if you can just make sure your phones are on vibrate, just distractions for other people. And
All the people checking their phones.
check their phones. Or if you do have to go to the restrooms, feel free, but you guys are gonna have a hard time, so I don't know what you're gonna do walking through here. But go ahead if you want to. Okay. So I am gonna start a little bit differently tonight in the sense of how I typically start, and I knew it was gonna be this way. So, a few hours before getting ready for this, I do, I'm like, whatever I'm doing when I gotta work at night, I'm home by 2. And I rest, I eat, take care of myself, start getting in the zone, talk with my guides. That's usually my daily practice when I do this. And I started getting a really bad headache. And I said, oh man, I said, and just for all of you who know me, yes, I got braces, so they're gonna be coming off soon, a couple of months. But anyway, I thought, okay, this is shifting. And so my headache got worse, it got worse. And then took the Advil, which I will do sometimes. Then I'm driving here, and this man is sitting beside me in the car. Not my guide, but a man in spirit. And it is emotional, and I said, tonight's gonna be emotional. I get a sense it might be a little bit heavy tonight, but that's okay, we can still laugh and everything. And he said, please tell him and her that I really didn't mean to do it, and I'm so sorry. I said, you shot yourself in the head, didn't you? And he goes, yes, I did. I said, okay. And he's fairly young, too soon to pass, seems like a very nice man. And I said, I don't know if I can start with this tonight. I said, that's kind of heavy stuff. And I said, you know what, if I'm supposed to, something will tell me I'm supposed to. Because by nature, I'm a very positive, upbeat person. And this is pretty serious. In my head, I said, that's why I had a headache. Okay, so anyway, I'm walking out there, and Eileen, if you don't mind me calling you by your name, she's out there waiting, and I'm walking back and forth, and she goes, Maria, listen, she says, I have to, if I can grab you tonight right afterwards. I said, Eileen, yeah, right after, because I got to get going tonight quickly, unfortunately tonight, I got an early morning. Can I share exactly, if you don't mind? And so we get spirit, but we also get psychic stuff too, like you can definitely get psychic things on people. But I really like to work with spirit first. And she goes, I remember my boyfriend? I said, yeah. And I wanted to say it as she was saying. She goes, we're not together anymore. And I said, yeah, right, I know. Because when I came in, I saw him like, okay, she's not with them anymore. Not because he's not here, I just felt that. So she says, did you hear about his brother? Son, sorry. And I said, no, I didn't. And she says, he shot himself in the head. And I just went, that's who was in the car with me.
He's been with me too,
Yeah.
since.
So that's how spirit works, okay? And so that was my sign to say, okay, Eileen, don't tell me anymore, I have to start with you tonight. Because he was here younger, I said, okay, yeah, because I'm gonna say under 30s. But I like to say, don't give me any more information, let me see what he has to say. That's how I like to work. But that's what was going on. I said, okay, if I'm supposed to start with that, I will. And Mike, to answer your question, yeah, when I came here tonight, I felt heavy, and it's because of that. So it can change, it can lighten up, and it may lighten up, okay? I ask that it does. But sometimes it can be heavy, but when we bring him in, it lightens everything up too, because he needs to come in. He really does. And so Eileen, he was very emotional in the car with me, okay? Because he really says, you gotta tell him I'm so sorry. And he did say in the car, tell him and her. I'm like, okay. So, you know, I have to say that to you, okay? And for me, how I feel and knew it was a gunshot to the head because he went poof like that. And that's how it really works for me most of the time. And that was very specific today. And so, and I know it's recent because he's very emotional about it too, okay? And he was in a state of anger and rage is what he was telling me in the car. And I'm just bringing him back in, okay? Because I know he wanted me to do this. And for him to do this in front of all these people is not very easy because that's just not the type of person he was here. No, he wasn't. Thank you. And so he's telling me that too. But for him to do this and keep his energy in here, God bless him. I mean, he really, and he said this to me and I went, all right, it's sort of cliche, but it's like he went off the deep end. Meaning something was building up with him that he didn't share fully with everyone. And I'm going to say this, whether you talk to the person you were with or not, he's going to have some inkling about it, but not everything was said and he will find out. Because things are going to be unfolding, okay? And I know for you that might not help, but I need to say that in case you cross paths again, okay? Because the son wants him to know this, okay? And it's like because who was the person, the name of the person you were with again? Was it a
Sean.
Sean, okay. Obviously he's saying to himself, was it something I missed? What wasn't said? All of that, and this. I remember this in the truck, he's going, no, it wasn't anything, it was me, it was definitely me, okay? And I just want to get this, as I got a sense of a little bit of drinking too, and it may have happened before he actually did this. That's the sense I'm getting with him. But you need to know that he made it over just fine. And they all do, and I want to tell everybody that. They really, really do, okay? So I'm just going to keep him here right now and get him comfortable. And if he wants to come back in, or come in stronger, he's more than welcome to. But as a medium, I'm appreciative that we can validate this because I do not want to hold on to that because that's not fun in that way because it can be intense. It definitely can, okay? And when I saw him come in the truck though, I will say I saw him just wearing jeans, like regular looking young man, okay? Didn't see a lot of extra weight on him, like sturdy up here, but he's... Yes, but sturdy, like you can see the muscles, and not like big muscles, but I could just sinewy, or however that word is, I'm just seeing that with him. And he was bending down like this, like crying, like emotional, because he's aware of all the pain it causes, okay? And it was really like a switch went off. It just went off, he's done. And I gotta say that, the way he said that to me, okay? No one's gonna stop it. I don't know how else to say that, okay? So I'm really sorry, but I'm glad we bumped into each other because I needed to bring him in and honor his presence because for him to do this, like I said, it's a huge thing. It's real huge, okay? And I always say this, if Sean ever wants to reach out, please tell him to. You know, and if he wants to reach out here, I always say that, okay?
Is he still around for his mom?
You mean in spirit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. But I'm gonna say something else, and no, meaning he's gotta work on him too. Okay? So do they come back and visit? Absolutely. Okay? But he's working on himself too. He definitely is. Okay?
I got the feeling that he was still around because his mother needed help and couldn't get past things.
Yeah. No, they are definitely always around. It's just then they have time for themselves too, if I'm understanding what you're saying, for sure. Okay? I will say that. Obviously, he passed right away. This was, so sometimes they're not. This was bam.
We thought he didn't.
No, he did.
Found him, but he passed faster than we.
Yeah, he did. He absolutely did, because what the other thing, if you know, he's telling me too is no, like I didn't really feel anything, okay? As a medium, we feel the energy of what that feels like, and that's what I was getting, okay? And so just, it's you learn from this. I was feeling weighted today, you know, and that's why. And I have to say this then, because you said it, and I wanted to build on that, about mom with the depression, but there was in the family anyway, in him part of that, okay? And I'm getting the up and down, and it wasn't his first thought of doing this either. Okay, so I just have to say that it may not have been talked about a lot or discussed.
This was the second one.
Yeah, thank you, okay, yeah.
It was a
And-
younger age.
Yeah, and so there's a lot, and I'm so sorry, but there's a lot that he was trying to work through, and it was, like I said, just, I'm done. I'm done. Done with himself. No one else gave up on him.
I was just hoping you could reach out to me.
Yeah, he knew you were coming tonight because he was in the truck. Okay, so he's in the car with me, okay, for sure. And then I just put the radio on and let it go. I said, Spirit will show me the rest, okay? So I'm so sorry, and like I say this to everyone, if something else is gonna come in, I'll come back to you. I call it Spirit Ping Pong, okay? All right, thank you, Eileen, thank you very much. And again, I'm so sorry, I really am for your loss, I definitely am, okay. All right, everyone needs to smile now. Come on, everyone, get up. All right, enough of that. Just clap. Let's get the energy up now, because that one's a heavy one. So that's how it works. It's just we gotta recognize it. Group hug, yeah, seriously. He's in good hands. I always say that. They're always in good hands. They definitely are.
That's very much.
Yeah, they're always in good hands. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, and that might come through tonight, and I'll let you know, but I just wanted to focus on him right now. I definitely did, okay? So I just want to say that definitely was coming through, okay? Yeah, I'm sure. All right, and we'll all send him love, because that's what that's what we want to do. We send him love, okay? All right, thank you. And can I have your name, please?
Lori.
Lori, okay. So Lori, as I'm talking over here, sometimes what happens is I will start seeing things in the corner of my eyes as they're like, I'm over here, talk to me now. And Lori, there's a woman here for you. And I can feel the energy picking up now, and she's very, I want to say high speed, but she's high energy. She's very high energy. Now typically I get like that's mom's side, that's dad's side of the family. So she felt or feels very motherly to me with you, okay? And she is, I know there's smells in here, the candles and stuff, but I was smelling something like a light perfume with her, like right away that was coming in, okay? And she's not a very tall woman either, like she's kind of going like this to me, okay? So she's a shorter woman too, and she's got her own style and personality. I know you do, Lori, but she absolutely does too. And I kept getting a little bit of a difficulty in my breathing with her in the chest too, as she was sitting here. I was feeling that as I was going over there with her. And she's telling me this, and I'll get more because I know you're looking a little confused, but she's telling me that, she says, I'm with your father. I'm with your father. So your father has passed too. And so let me just get this, okay? Because she's helping him come in, and that's why I always say, accept those coming in right now because you don't know who they're bringing in with them. But she's definitely bringing in your father too. Now what I see her, what she loves about you, and I have to say this in the energy that's there, like this thing you're wearing right here, it's beautiful, okay? And she's going, I like dressing this way, and she's going just like this, okay? So there's definitely a personality with her. Might not necessarily be mom, but she definitely has this wonderful personality, and she herself would wear lipstick too. In this lifetime. I mean, she definitely dressed herself up. And I kept seeing Chanel number 5, CC, okay, Chanel number 5. So for me, that means also that she liked the good stuff. Let's put it that way. I'm not saying booze, I'm saying the perfume, okay? Yeah, she could have liked the booze too, but I'm just saying she liked the good stuff is what she's telling me. And she's bringing your father in, okay? So let me just bring Dad in for a minute. And the other thing is, sometimes I'll get like 2 at the same time. Or I'll feel 2 things at the same time. So when Dad was coming in, my eyes started doing some strange things. So he may have needed like glasses or something with his eyesight because they started going up and down and they started getting kind of dry, okay? And she's pulling him in. I get the sense before he passed them, he may not have had a lot of good energy, like tired or not feeling too well either, okay? So as he's walking, now he also is wearing nice slacks, and like typical, like just a nice button-down shirt too, as he's coming in to also hug you. And he's not talking a lot right now. I feel like this woman is doing more of the talking for him. He's pretty much someone that says what he's gotta say. He thinks a lot, like I can feel like he definitely observes and stuff. But he's coming in because he wants you to know that he's around you. And that he's showing, I feel, he loves you, but I feel like there's more affection and love for you too, as he's coming in and he's trying to show that more, okay? Because he is telling me that he wasn't always good at doing that when he was here, okay? And he also, the way he's dressed, I felt like he either had like a jacket on, like a dinner jacket, and then took it off because it's getting warm in here, but anyway, so, you know, I'm joking. But,
That sounds.
no, that's fine, I was joking, but,
No.
go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's on smart.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Your husband, did he, because I always say go with the description. That's the most important thing, okay? Okay, so he was very weak when he passed, so let me get more, okay? He was very weak. And there is a lot of love, and they're walking in this way, okay? And your best friend, was she the personality, the lipstick? Okay, great, then let's go with that, because that's, and I tell people this is what I'm seeing, okay? I'm seeing this right
Bob
now.
was only a year older than you, right?
What was that?
No, he could have been his father.
Is he older than you? Thank you, okay, 'cause I'm like, thank you, because he looks older than you, and that's okay, but he's coming in. But it was interesting because she was helping him in, because I'm like, wow, he's not steady on his feet right now. And so she was like dragging him in like this. Not dragging, but you know what I mean, come on in, it's okay, it's all right. And I did feel a little, even though with the eyes, I was getting a little lightheaded with him too, okay? And I'm sure that's medicine and stuff like that that happens when you're not doing well. But I will say this, he said she tried to always keep me up, meaning positive. If you could get up today, because it's all up in here. He said she was always so good at doing that, you understand? And he says, and I really want to thank you for that. Because there's a private side to him too. I'm not saying he didn't love people, but his emotions with you, his love for you, he knew how much he loved you. He didn't have to show everybody that, okay? And so this is for you. Like, there's nobody else in the room right now. It's just wonderful, okay? And I'm so sorry for your loss. He's a gentleman. He's a wonderful man. Had a great sense of humor, too. And when he does get to know people, he could have this room laughing. I mean, absolutely. Yeah, okay? So I gotta say that. He really could. But I can feel his like, this gift is for you and only you. That's the energy, because I'm getting like sort of really close here, okay? And he says, but because of you, and this, I hope this doesn't sound weird or anything, he goes, but because of you, I had the strength to pass with peace. And he's saying that with you, pass with peace. Okay? And he did. He wasn't afraid anymore. Does he miss you? Absolutely. You two really had a lot of fun. I can tell you that right now, okay? He loves you two could go back and forth, your wit, your smart wit, okay? Don't ever lose that. He says, please don't ever lose that. He fell in love with that, okay? And he really is okay though. And it's nice to know he's got your friend. Like, I'm taking care of him, don't you worry, I got him. Because she was like, mwah, okay? She definitely was. So let me just ask, you're a mom too then? Or is she a mother? No, okay. I don't know why I'm getting the mother connection. I feel like you have a mom in spirit too then. A motherly energy, okay? So sometimes what happens is I can see.
Kind of acted that way.
Yeah, she did. Okay, so it could be two, but definitely seeing them, and then you feel the presence of someone else coming in, okay? Because you can have 5, 6, 7 people coming in at once, right? And there's 40 people in the room. It's like, So it's like, so I'm feeling their presence, but those two right now are really, I'm seeing them. So I want to do that, but mom's over there too, I just have to say that, mom, I just keep getting that, okay? So I want you to know that, but there, she says, don't worry, I'm taking care of him, he's eating better, not that, you know, they eat like over here, but he's getting his strength back too, he is. And there's something about, I am gonna say this, because as I was talking about that, she was talking about traveling too, okay? And so there is some traveling, and they can travel over there too, but there's something about traveling with you, and then they'll go with you, because Spirit can, everyone, travel with us. And she says we're packing our bags, so can you understand that?
We all traveled together.
Okay, thank you, yeah. So anytime you take a trip, guess what? They're with you, okay? So that's gonna be great, you're gonna have 3 bags. Yeah, those 2 are for my friends behind me. Oh, okay, yeah. They're like it doesn't cost a thing. But they definitely are with you, like
Good.
constantly,
That's
okay?
Yeah.
But you're also moving to North Carolina, right?
Doesn't know that yet.
You know.
No, they can sense things, they definitely can, yeah, okay? But they're coming with you, whatever you're doing, they're coming with you. Okay, thanks George for that validation. Well, that's fun, yeah, she forgot, oh yeah, I'm moving. No.
Now, on vacation.
The other thing too, is he was trying to just tell me, you know, I know there's like, there can always be jewelry and stuff like that, but there's one thing he's trying to show me with you, okay? And I want to say I'm seeing a man's ring, not a woman's ring, but a man's ring, okay? And it's like he's giving that to you. And so, just look when you have a chance, but there's something, it's a big ring, it looks like a big man's ring, is what he's saying, and it's an older ring, and he says he didn't always wear it. He didn't always wear it, okay? So when you're looking through things, because he's telling me you're still looking through items and sorting and doing things like that too, he says, just tell her that, because when she finds that, she's gonna be, okay, he's here. And I love when they do that, so just kind of try to keep that in your, up here, okay? But he is saying that, and now he's having fun with this, so he doesn't want to leave. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, this is pretty cool, I really do like this. Yeah, okay.
It makes sense that you had to be dragged in.
Yeah, and the thing is, and then once he's here, he's comfortable, and he's having a good time. I just want to say that, okay? And she's getting a glass of wine or something
Oh,
too.
that makes sense.
Okay, so she's gonna go get the wine, okay, so if the glass is missing, and she's sitting down like, heck, I'm gonna enjoy this, she's just like that. So, it's really nice how they're coming in, so I hope tonight too, you feel like it's a visit, and they do visit with us, you know, and that they're doing that with you, okay? And the one thing he did say, he goes, and I know you're sad, he says, tell her I'm there when she's crying, and it's when you're on your own. He says, I'm there and I'm sitting, okay? So he is definitely there, for sure, okay? He
Yeah.
absolutely is. And he can walk on his own now, that's what he says, I can,
Wow,
okay?
that's
So,
good.
that make sense? Good, okay, thank you. And thank you for working with me and them. So they're gonna be sticking around. Again, I always tell them, do not fall asleep, because I might be coming back to you. Because they start talking to everybody else too, even if they don't know somebody over there. And so Spirit starts having a party too, just like we do here, okay? So anyway, so I just wanna say that to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. And he smelled really good too, he did, like, very, oh my gosh, he smells, I meant to say that, yeah. He definitely did, and he's like, now you're embarrassing me, I'm like, no, I'm not. Alright, I like that, I definitely, okay, that's cool. I gotta come down here, let me just see where I am, because someone's waving to me. I know, that's just how it works. What is your name, sir, please?
I'm Mike.
Mike, hi, another Mike, okay. And just, because sometimes I'm one off, your name, please?
Caitlin?
Caitlin, okay, let me just see. Well, okay, so I'm seeing a woman over there. All right, Mike, I feel like she's putting her hand on your shoulder, so I'm gonna just go with you right now, okay? I know he's like this, okay? So it could just be spirit being flirtatious, I don't know. But anyway, this woman is here, and again, like I said, I get mom, dad side of the family, but I feel like I'm more on a motherly side of the family. And the thing with her is, I do get the sense that she may be showing me when she was younger than when she passed, okay? Because sometimes we can see that, like, they show us younger, but they pass older. So let me just go with this. And she really does have beautiful darker hair, okay? And she's, I was getting a sense in the stomach area too, because she kept rubbing her stomach. Like there was something going on in the stomach, like an issue, nausea, or something like that too. She's wearing a dress, and I have to go back a generation. I know the women did, and she's very elegant. She's like crossing her legs, the way she's sitting and everything, and I'm hearing, she's telling me she passed in her, I don't know, 60s or just early 70s. I mean, she's not much older than that is what she's telling me. But she looks very good for her age too, when she passed, and she's telling me, yeah, you better say that. But she really did, she's just a beautiful, striking woman as I'm seeing her face as she's coming in. But she's literally leaning up against you. And she says he knows me in the family, but mom's side, and she had a nice shape. She wasn't overly heavy or anything like that too. And I am getting a name. I don't always get names, but she's talking about a Patricia or a P name, that there's a connection with that. I don't think it's her name, but she's giving me a connection with that too. Is any of that making sense to you? If not, say no, because I want to figure this out. I'm like a dog with the bone. I am.
Not yet, but maybe.
Okay. She's also telling me that there's a gentleman in the family that passed from cancer, okay? And I'm getting a cancer too, and she says she's with that gentleman as well. So they're gonna come in 2 for 2 tonight, I think, like one and then another one. But she is talking about that too. And the cancer, yeah. I know, they're trying to figure it out.
I'm sorry, we're a brother and sister.
Oh, they're brother and sister. Okay, thank you. I'm glad you said that, because this woman pointed to you too, so I wasn't sure if it might be for you, okay, too. So I'm glad they told me, so they told me. But the gentleman passed from cancer, and so what I'm getting is the sense that the cancer was up in the chest area, and I don't want to be all over the place, but she's also telling me, because he's coming in now, and he's a good height man, he's between 5'10" and 6 feet, like I can see him walking in. He definitely wouldn't be doing this. She's like, come on in, and she's like leaning over, like, come on in, like that. And his cancer, I mean, it did spread, but I feel like, because he's going like this, he's definitely going like this. Quite the gentleman too. Now he comes in, to me he looks like too, he's wearing a belt with just like khaki pants or like darker pants. He's not really dressed up or anything in that, like a suit or anything. And he's walking in, he goes, okay, you maybe come in, I'm in. So he's definitely here, and he's a very proud man, and he's got a very charismatic in his own way, okay? And he's the type of man, I feel like he'd say what he's gonna say and then he's done. Like he's got this. I also, I know people are drinking wine and stuff tonight, but I love when they come in, there is a drink in his hand, and I hear the ice cube. So I'm just gonna say that to him too, or say that to you, but he's coming in, and it's like he's observing all of this. He's definitely observing all of this. In the sense that, yeah, hey, I'll give it a go, see what it's like. But he's definitely here. And let me see. And he does know, what's your name too? I know you're all looking over there, but your name, please?
Lori.
Lori?
Yes.
Yeah, Lori.
I'm his sister, so he knows Lori.
All right, well, you get sitting over there, will you? No, I'm joking. And what's your name?
My name is Jane.
Jane, okay. So does the gentleman make sense to you? Because I know you kind of kibitzing down there, so,
Might.
Might be the dad. I'm not sure who the P is though.
okay, so just remember there's a connection with the P. okay? And I always say to people, don't overthink it.
There's a connection, yeah.
There's a
Okay.
connection,
Oh,
thank
yes,
you.
there is.
Because it will come in, it kinda comes in and we just wanna go with the flow too, which is wonderful, he's definitely here, he absolutely is, like, he's standing here and that woman is standing over there too, okay? And he's interesting because I'm like, will you say something more, will you say something more? And he's just standing there and he's taking a drink, no, and he's just sipping like that, and I'm like, okay. He goes, my presence is here, it's enough. I'm like, all right, well, and then I try to work with him, I'm like, can you get more too? He's a very punctual man, because then all of a sudden when I asked him, I'm seeing the watch and stuff like that
He was
too.
towards the end.
Yeah, okay. So would you understand the woman too? Will you, because she's definitely connected to him. And she's telling me, and I'm just gonna say this, that it's on the side with the aunts. I mean, we all have aunts, but there's something about the side with the aunts, and then they're giving me the number 3 too. She's definitely saying something about 3. And usually that's like either 3 siblings, I'm not getting a month or anything like that, but she's talking about the 3 siblings, and so there's that family connection. And the Irish in the family too. Okay, so she's also talking about the Irish connection. So what they're doing is they're going like this, just so everyone knows. They know you're confused before you know you're confused, okay? So what she's trying to do is give me more information, because again, anyone and everyone can come in, and it can be even a generation back. And so someone you didn't know well, but they're definitely sitting around you. Yeah. Would you know too, I know, I'm like, let me just give you more and then you can figure it out. But also I'm getting military and then I got Air Force too, in the family. Yep, okay, so, all right, so we're checking the boxes off. So they're definitely here, okay? They definitely are here. Now, I want to go over to you for a minute, and again, even if you want to come up after this, it's just the flowings going here, and let me just keep talking with them, because they want to give you more information. What is your name again, please? I'm sorry.
My name is Jane.
Jane, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to point. But they were also talking about something with the knee or the hip. Okay, yeah, okay. So what they're doing is, because you're not quite sure yet, they want to give me more information about you, tell me about you, and then the validation kind of comes. Sometimes it all comes together after the fact too. But that's what she's talking. She goes, tell her I know that, tell her I know that. I'm like, okay. So I'm moving over that way too, okay? And she is saying to me too, is that you really want to take care of that, okay? Because sometimes you, not to tattle on you, ignore it, okay? And so
Absolutely I do.
yes, you do, and she's telling me that. So what she's saying is she wants, you gotta pay attention, you gotta pay attention, okay? Now this is something random that I wanna share with you, because she's kind of showing this to me. You know, back in the day, you put money in a coffee can or something like that. Well, she's showing me something like that too. It may not have been specifically a coffee can, but it's like a tin aluminum can. Okay, so she's talking about saving too, okay? And Mike, you have a dog too?
No.
When you were younger, you yes, okay, because
Oliver?
the dogs are coming in too, okay? So I just want to say that, like, animals come in too, so the dog is coming in too. And I'll get more on that, but really your family's coming in, like the family's coming in. They're also, which is interesting, giving me the year like 1954, or like 54, 55, 56. So that's significant too, okay? And so they want to let you know that. Is there another brother too that you have?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. All right. Because they're going, where's the brother? Where's the brother? Yeah. So he's passed too, the brother? No, he's still here then. Okay, so but he's not here tonight.
No.
All right. So this family is definitely coming in. So I'm going to say something. I feel like I am going back a generation too with all of you, in that there is something coming up within the family that they're definitely going to attend. So you've got something coming up within the family, okay? So I just got to say that. So not only in the physical do family come in, but also in spirit too, they come in.
Excellent.
So I want to say that to you, okay? And this woman is still with you, Mike. So what I do, just so everyone knows, is like I'll check in with her. Are you moving to anyone else? Nope. She is with you, okay? And she goes, isn't he handsome? I'm just gonna say that, so, she's going like this. Yeah, so it's definitely now. And I just wanna repeat this. She is showing herself younger than when she passed, okay? And she is showing me, I love when they do this, an older photo of her with the hair. She's got beautiful hair. She absolutely has beautiful hair, okay? So I just want to say that. And she's getting up and she's coming over to give you a hug too. I know you're just kind of sitting back quietly, but she's doing that. And it wouldn't be unlike her to also wear like either a set of pearls or a really nice necklace, okay? So she's actually putting them on you. Okay, and not that they play favoritism, because I get really, I'm like, all right, there's sister brothers here, they love you all the same, okay, but
She's not related.
okay, but how are you together though? Like you're,
Yes.
yeah, okay, so she's putting them on you though because you, okay, so and she's just talking about what a gem you are. Okay, so the pearls, the necklace, and everything like that, she's definitely doing that. 'Cause she says, don't forget to tell her that. Don't forget to tell her that. That's why she's pointing that to you. Okay, or pointing to you with me, for sure. Yeah, and she is telling me this, that you have really been through, what's that saying? You've been working nonstop. Like, there's been a lot going on, and and is it through the paces? Is that the thing? Because I get messed up. But she's definitely talking about that too with you. And it has. She says she's looking at me saying it hasn't been easy for her. It really hasn't. And that she's putting up a really strong front. And you are. But she's seen behind that, and she just wants you to know the whole family's there for you. The whole family's there for you. And that you really try to conquer everything you can on your own. But you have so much support around you. And she says, we see it over here too. And there are tea drinkers over there because she is raising a cup of tea. So I'm just gonna say that, okay? And so it's like anytime you wanna talk with me, she says, I'm here. Because that's what they would do with tea, is drink over tea. Okay, so I needed to recognize that if she gets more into it. She does say this, so she's no, she says, one thing with her is, she's, there's a private side to you too. You'll talk to people that you want to talk to, but you know what we're talking about. She says, does that make sense?
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, because I want to honor what she's saying, but honor and respect over there too. So that makes sense. I'm like, yes. And I'm just impressed with her elegance in that way, and her politeness. I really have to say that. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Let me see if she's. Okay, and one more thing too is because she's doing this with the fingers. Do you know if there's diabetes, heart issues in the family too?
Heart.
Heart.
Diabetes.
Yeah, I'm going with the yes lady. No. But I'm also.
Heart.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to just say this. For some reason, she's having me say diabetes too. Diabetes. Okay, so I just want to say that to you. Yeah. Okay, so because she's doing the fingers like that, that's what that means to me. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And this woman has such a wonderful energy. She really does. And I always say this, and she is saying this about you. Just because we're quiet doesn't mean we don't have powerful energy. Okay? So I'll say that. Okay. Yeah. And also, though, you're around animals, too. Like, I'm seeing animals around you, thank you, yeah. I'm definitely seeing the animals, and it's good for the soul, and yes, I think you like them better than people, so. But that's good because it's so important for you, to keep you grounded.
Yes.
Like, just staying very, very grounded. That's why they're also saying that you need to take care of this, do you understand? Okay, all right, so don't ignore it, like take care of that too. And I know we're in, the knee and stuff, that,
The hip.
yeah, the hip. But it will go down to the knee if you don't, like you're gonna feel something here. I'm just gonna say that, I'm not a doctor, but just be careful with that, okay? Now, I know we're in New Hampshire, but I wanna go further up to New Hampshire too, okay? Like traveling up further, New Hampshire or Maine. and it's specifically with you that I'm getting that, so just
Canada maybe?
further up, yeah, I would say that then, because when they put the hand up like that, yes, absolutely, okay? So you've got, you definitely have family around you, and how can I say this? It's your, the wise, traditional family around you, for all of you, definitely, okay? I can feel that. And there's great stories in your family. There's some great heritage, I gotta tell you. I mean, all right, people know this about me too, I'm an ancestry geek. I mean, you guys can really find some interesting facts about the family. So I just want to say that. And she's going, oh, you betcha. So I'm going to say that for sure, okay? And again, if I get anything else, I'll let you know. So thank you for working with them too. Thank you. Absolutely. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised too if you find those pearls, that pearl necklace that just jumped out at me. That's cool. Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I have all of her jewelry.
Look for that pearl necklace. And then, you
I have
know,
several of them.
Christmas is coming up, all right?
There you go. Thank you very much.
But she did, if you don't mind me saying, she did. Thank you for saying that. She put it around her.
Wow. Guess what you're getting for Christmas?
Thank you. That is too cool. That's too cool. Yeah. Donnie, I am going to say something to you because I kind of got that coming up too. So it's sort of like, not that you stack or anything, but sometimes like the names come in. And I wasn't sure if you were coming tonight. That's true. I am like, well, I hope they come. So I'm like, Donnie's here. Okay then. Okay. Now, Donnie, I know him very well, so it's not a test of spirit or anything like that. But it was interesting because I kept getting some things about your mom. Okay, and Mom's still here, correct? Yes, okay, because I haven't talked to you about it, like, you know, all right. So it's interesting, but I do get the sense that there is a woman that's coming in watching over your mom. And so I'm just going to go with this and see where it takes us, okay, if you don't mind, okay? Because the sense I got with Mom, because sometimes we can get stuff for people in the physical too, is that there was either some health thing going on with her, and she doesn't always talk about it, but I was feeling, and this is for her, not you, because okay, in here too. So there's something about in the family, and it was up in here, okay? And I felt almost like a smoker's lungs, okay, with the woman that was coming in. And that she had something going on in the lungs and the neck here, okay?
Keep going.
And so she was definitely a strong woman too, like no nonsense, like I'm getting the sense that she also meant business, okay? And so she's kind of got her hands on her hips like this, okay, as she's looking. So when Spirit does that, that means we want to listen up too, okay? She's coming in with you too, okay? And hands on the hip with you, like listen up, okay? I am going to say this, I just get the sense that you're going to be hearing something or more with Mom, with your mom, okay? Because it was like all over you, and again, I was getting that on the way up. Okay, and now's the time to say it, because they tell me, okay, if there's anything I got before, what is on it. This woman loves you. She has so much love for you, Donnie. And she says you were cheated out of that love. And I'm not saying present here, because this woman loves you to pieces, okay? Meaning growing up, okay? I mean, seriously, and I get the chills with that, but there was a lot of cheating out of. And she's describing it that way. And so what this woman is saying, and she's wearing short hair too, I don't think I said that. Like her hair is like back or short, okay? And she's not wearing a lot of makeup. Like she doesn't have a lot of extra on her face, okay? As I'm seeing her. And I do feel like she's been in spirit for a while, because when they are, just so everyone knows, I kind of see them more like white. Like there's a white, more of a white film over them, if you will, okay? But the way she dressed, her attitude, no nonsense, okay? No nonsense. And she's definitely going like this with you, though, and kissing you. She's absolutely kissing you, too. And, yeah, it's The other thing I got is I am getting some pain in the heart now, but this feels like someone with a gentleman. It definitely does, and I feel like I'm on the father side of your family, okay? I can't
This is
say,
my grandmother, but
that's your grandmother, okay? But she's with a gentleman, okay, that had heart issues, okay? I have to say that was something in here, like, I'm not a doctor, but there's organs in here too. And I'm hearing brother. I'm hearing something about a brother, okay? Let me just get one more. He, I feel like he did either blue collar work or like labor work. All of a sudden I'm seeing him down at the docks. All of a sudden I heard down at the docks, something being near the water. I know you're like, I don't know who that is.
I'm not sure of that, but the other was my grandmother.
Yeah, okay, so let me just go with this one, thank you. And he's smoking, like there's something about him smoking, like he is like this, so he's got the non-filters going on
That would be my
here.
father.
Okay, all right. Well, can you understand on the pain on one side? Cause,
He had lung cancer. He died.
okay, he had the lunch, so I'm getting like that and that, thank you. Okay, I didn't know
So my
that.
father and my grandmother.
Yeah,
Keep going.
okay, good.
That's great, I'm getting to visit the family.
See, you know what the thing is, Donnie never sits in here when I'm here, so this is awesome. And I just got pulled. He never, you all know that, he never. Yeah, okay, okay, yep, he's a good bartender.
No Cosmos tonight.
Okay, all right, so, okay, so let me just go with this because, but it's interesting because there's something about down at the docks.
That was my father.
Okay, down at the docks, he loves being down at the docks. And he was a really hard working man.
Yeah.
And he, in his mind, he says, you know, that's what gave me a lot of pleasure. And doing that, it gave me a sense of purpose. And he says it was so important to me. And he's looking at you, Donnie, he goes, you've worked enough.
Oh.
And he's just looking at you. He goes, I'm proud of you, guy. I'm proud of your son. I am. And he didn't always say that to you.
No, he never did.
He didn't, and he's saying it now, so I'm gonna say something. He's really starting to progress over there, okay? And, I'm gonna get emotional. He says, you're a better man than I ever was. He says, and you need to know that. He says, you don't have to try so hard at being better.
Okay.
He goes, you're really, really there, okay? And he says, I was tough. I'd ignore sometimes, and he's going like this too.
Yeah.
And in a way, as kids, we go, hey, I'm over here, you know, and he just couldn't do it, okay? And he really is, and I told everyone tonight, they come through making amends. He is so sorry. And he would not say, I'm sorry, okay?
Right.
There is no way he would do that, okay? And there are still people today that know your father, like, you know about him. He's a tough man, and yeah. He didn't come from a lot, is what he's telling me. He didn't.
He came from nothing.
Yeah, and it made him really nervous too. It like made him nervous, and he didn't talk a lot about that stuff. It really didn't. So I gotta go back to the physical thing with, I know you said lung, but I am gonna say this, and I get this, but I feel like he may have had some heart issues too. This may have taken him over. I'm just gonna say that, okay? I'm just gonna say that. I have to say that. He says I have to say that. And he's getting emotional because we didn't talk either, even before, and I'm sorry, before he passed. There wasn't any closure, is what he's telling me.
I was with him when he died.
Yeah, but he doesn't feel like there was any closure for him, that's why he's coming through now,
Okay.
okay? He is, because it means something to him talking right now. There was some stuff that was left unsaid, and he goes, and he would understand that. Okay, so, excuse me, so I'm gonna say is I get the sense, Donnie, because I don't know if he's really come through before, that he is really starting to evolve in that, don't be surprised if he comes through again where he's talking more with you, because these are the conversations, he's even saying it now, I should have had here. So he's just saying that to you, okay? He's giving
Thank you.
you a big hug. He really, really is. Now, Yanina, she's like, let's lighten this up a little bit. She could be funny. She actually could.
She was
Yeah,
awesome.
she's great, okay? But she was the one who dragged him in, is what she's telling me right now, because
It's
she's.
his mother.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense, thank you, see, great, okay, so she's coming in like, this has to happen, this has to happen, okay? So I'm just saying there's some type of nice evolution going on right now, and I'm so glad they came through, John, I'm so glad you sat in here tonight, because this was needed, this was so needed, okay? And I promise you, John, she didn't text me, she didn't call me, nothing.
And tomorrow I'm gonna tell her I'm retiring, I'm quitting. You gotta find somebody else to run the show.
But yeah, she.
Liar.
I know, really,
I know.
let them go. But she's also showing me, I know the name, but something about a plaque with the name too. And it's interesting because they're showing me like the cemetery, okay? Is there, I know this sounds general, but a bunch of tuckers or whatever?
yeah, they're all
Okay. So the other thing she's saying to me then is that it seems like, I don't know if it's, some people have been coming in, it seems like there's been heavy traffic around there or fixing something up. So if you go, just there's something changed where the tuckers are in the cemetery. That's what she's trying to show me right now. So you don't have to go, but I'm just gonna say there's some changes or something there,
Okay.
okay? There's definitely some changes there. Yeah. And just a spirit heads up, like I really get the sense, Mom, her energy's getting closer to you. So you hear about it or something.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting with that.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, yeah, yeah. Oh, well, that other thing too, I'm sorry, I'm not done yet. She's also talking about, I know you have your own business and stuff, but something about an award coming up too, okay? You may kinda know or not sure, but the award comes in, it's 2018, it's in the beginning, remember I said that, but there's an award. There is.
Love it.
All right? Yeah, okay, and it's like it's over both of you, Tina, too, so I just wanna say that, okay? So there's something being presented to you, okay? Yeah, it's good news, it's good stuff, okay?
Since Trump got in, it's been awesome.
Okay, good, all right, good, all right.
I sent enough money to the right person.
Okay,
Grego?
yeah, yeah,
Thank you.
thank you, Donnie,
I haven't
thank
got a
you.
reading from you in so long.
Yeah, yeah. And Nana's very protective of you. Absolutely, like she's been there the whole time, that's what I feel like. And I am gonna say this, she says, Tina, I know that you do this, you sense. So if you're sensing and you have been like a woman in the house, that's her too. So she's watching over him too, if that makes sense, okay? But she's telling me that, and she's a little bit loud. She's a little bit loud.
She didn't know her, but
Yeah,
she
but
was.
but she knows you now, like, you know what I'm saying, cause you're together, okay, so I'll tell you that right now, that's how it
When Nina
works.
talked, everybody listened.
Excuse me?
When Nina talked, everybody listened.
Yeah, okay, thank you, all
Even
right,
the men.
yeah, oh yeah, she, take no
She ruled the
prisoners,
house.
yeah, she did, she absolutely did, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, that's awesome, okay, cause she was like, get over here, I'm like, okay, I'm going. All right, that's so interesting. All right, so I have something else too, and I feel like I'm coming over this way. Okay, and then I feel like I'm going back to Donnie. So I have this man here, I'm trying to get the age, he's and I get the sense he passed, yeah, it's over there, of suffocation. And at first I heard hanging, sorry, but I got something about suffocation here. And that he couldn't breathe, obviously, and I'm getting really tight in my head with him as he's leaving. So I get the sense that he definitely did feel a bit, is what he's telling me. And Yeah, not that he's shy, but again, it's heavy night tonight, but coming in so sorry, like I feel like he's just so sorry. And, he comes from a very good family, And I don't know, he's over here. Can anyone take a young gentleman? I'm gonna say it's more drug overdose. It's drug overdose. It definitely is. And he's like hiding in the corner there, so it might not be for over here, but it was accidental. He wants everyone to know this. So let me just see what he's doing. He's tall, thin. I would say he looks to me like he's not even 21. I mean, like 19, 20. It looks like he's got like a polo shirt on. He didn't do a lot, but he would with friends sometimes, and this was accidental. It looks like his hair's light, like a sandy brown kind of hair too. Can anyone take it over here? Because he's like over there, and he's looking over this way. Anybody? No. Okay, he's in that corner there. Hold on. He's talking about a Michael and a David, and that there's a connection with the Michael and a David too. And I know those are common names, but I gotta tell you, it's a Michael and David. Michael and David, okay? He feels really bad, I'm just gonna go with this, about this, and even with the crowd and stuff like that, he's a little bit nervous, which is okay. But his parents are still alive, that's what he's telling me. And he's a good kid. I mean, he comes from a good family. And he's going to me, it's just a stupid mistake. It was a stupid mistake. It was a stupid mistake. So I just, yes, Robin. Yeah.
Is he referencing like siblings? How many siblings he
So
has?
I don't know how many, but yes, he said he had siblings too. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, and I'm just gonna say, is I feel like there's a sister in that mix. I know I got a 50-50, but he's talking about a sister. He's
So I
talking,
feel like there's a connection for us.
okay, all right. Because he's right behind you, but up against the wall. He's like up against the wall, okay? And it's like I'm trying to get him to come out more. I know that sounds odd, but he's definitely, I'm just so impressed with how sad he's feeling right now because he really didn't mean to do this. He really didn't mean to do this. And he just kept saying that when he was over there. And so everyone knows, he's poking his head over. And I'm like, okay, I see you, I do. But I could feel this here, and so that's the suffocation. And he knew something was going wrong, that's the thing. And I'm like, okay, but again, I always say through the grace of God, they take him and they're fine. I don't see a lot of people around him either. When this happened, okay? And he just needs to tell the family that, but no, I wasn't alone, okay, when he passed. Like, they greet you, okay? Because someone was, and I feel like mom or someone was like, oh my gosh, was there anyone there? Could anyone have helped? And he says, you gotta tell her it was okay, it was all okay. Okay, and I mean, it makes sense, but there was like a grandmotherly kind of energy there that greeted him. And also, I'm gonna say this, like a papa or something like that, okay? So there were two people, and he wanted everyone to know that. Okay, so I'm hoping that makes sense, and he really is, he's shy, he's a little bit shy, he's just such a good kid. And he just says, I just made a really bad choice, I made such a bad choice. Okay, and he's just thanking you, okay? He's definitely thanking you for that, and I'm like, it's okay, it's all right. And there's something about a memorial service or something that is coming up or just came up because he's saying I was present at that. I was there and I want you to know that. Does that make sense? Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Because he really, I'm getting the chills with him. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I feel so sad, you know? And he says, he goes, let him know I was there. You know, like he's really hiding. He goes, please let them know I was there. Okay? And that's what happens, everyone. Sometimes spirit, they're a little shy in a group, but you're trying to get him out a little bit too. So, he's very grateful for that, so I wanna thank you for that, I really mean that. And of course he goes, well, look at her, she's such a nice person, she's so compassionate and loving, you. I mean, it made him, he likes you too, Mike, but come on, look at, I mean, there's no comparison,
His mother will be happy to hear
Oh,
this.
good, yeah, because
She's
she's,
been really hurting.
okay, because I feel she's ready to hear this too, Mom. Good, and I can see, and again, I don't think he's been through a lot, so he'll come in more, he will. But he just feels, and people get kind of confused, but the thing is, they go through their own awareness, of, oh my gosh, look what I did. And so he's just going through that right now, but he's in a really, really good place, okay?
It happened out of the country. And they were never really sure how it happened and who was involved and if it was foul play.
Okay, he's going
Yeah.
like this though, I did it. Meaning it was an accident. So he didn't, he goes, you can't blame anybody. You can't blame him. Do you know this?
Amanda does.
My cousin.
Oh, Amanda, oh wait, so he's over here.
Robin works with his mom.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm so glad is some of this making sense for you then too?
Well, some of it, but he tried to kill himself a lot, like it wasn't,
Okay, but I
it
gotta
was
say,
like the 6th time.
yeah, okay, so I'm gonna say this, even though it feels, yeah,
It was the 6th time?
yeah,
Like, well,
I mean, come on.
I didn't know that.
yeah. Can I, all right, and I'm gonna say, yeah, he could have tried hanging himself before, because I was feeling hanging and then the drug thing, but can I just say this, because he is saying this, Amanda? He didn't, this was accidental, this one, and no one else, he did it like he is saying it that way, but he didn't wanna die. I just gotta say that to you, because he wants me to, all right? And I know you're like, well, wait a minute, but he just kept saying that, this young man over here, okay? So I am gonna say that to you, and he is so sorry, he really is. I don't wanna get down, but do you know if he ever did try hanging himself too?
well, the night he died, they found a broken belt next to the room
So,
that
okay, so
killed
he- yeah.
himself with.
Okay, he was trying to stop it. He was trying to stop, not kill himself, that's what he's trying to say here. Like he had an awareness, okay? So, thank you for validating that, but he's like, no, I didn't want to. Like, they come to an awareness, so that's why he's so sorry, okay? But there was no foul play, at all. He's taken total ownership of this, okay? So I am gonna say that to you. I'm so sorry, that's tough, because he was young. I mean, yeah, and just, you can feel the good soul,
The best.
Best, I know, you can just feel it, like just, what a great guy, and,
He's awesome.
yeah, absolutely. And he is, let's put it this way, and he's doing better, I mean, he's doing so much better, so, yeah, if you can talk to Mom about that.
She'll love that.
Okay, yeah, okay. Listening to a lot of music over there, a lot of music, he says, it's helping him, a lot of music. I'm just hearing a lot of music around me, okay, and I know we all listen to music, but I'm just feeling a lot of music, okay? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, all right, I'm just gonna leave it like that, he's good, because I'm not gonna push him
Can I
anymore.
have her call you?
Absolutely, if she'd like to, yeah, if she wants to, yeah, I always say that, please, yeah.
She's been to a few events hoping that he'll come through and he hasn't.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this to everyone, and not that I'm like saying, so go sit with me, individual, but there are times where spirit, an individual, does not feel comfortable in front of a group, okay? So I say this to people, you're better off to get a private reading, because it's more comfortable for them too. And I find that a lot of people that have had situations like this and stuff, they're comfortable in a private setting. So I will say that that's what can happen sometimes, okay? So I just say that to everyone, get a private session with the medium, it might work out better,
Okay.
okay? All right, so thank you. Because he was trying to, I could feel it, okay? And then go back and then front, and this is, you don't wanna be in my head, he's going like this tonight, yeah. Don't laugh, George. Okay, thank Thank you. Yeah, that's interesting. He has a sister too, Amanda?
Yeah, young.
She's younger, and so he's just like pointing to you though, and I mean, we all, when we experience something like this, we need help, but it's like he's saying she needs help. She's having a really tough time. So she is, okay. She's having a really tough time, because in the get-go, he was talking to me about that sister. I'm like, hold on a minute, make sure who it is, but she really is, yeah. And he's trying to reach out to her too. He really is, okay? All right, thank you both for working with him, thank you. Yeah. Oh, okay, let me see now. Now they tell me to point over here. I know, I'm not going behind. I did go behind, that's right, Donnie, okay. But I just feel like I'm over here, again. Can I come to you, please? Your name is? Yep, you just turned your head, hi.
Oh, Joanne.
Joanne, hi, love the glasses, Joanne.
I do too, I can see.
That helps, doesn't it? I know, I always say, I need my glasses, I'm gonna be doing spirit communication, but I'm like, I can still see them without the glasses. Joanne, it's interesting because I have this gentleman that's coming in, and he does feel like he's on the father side of the family. Okay, this is interesting. So he's sitting down, he's not standing, he is definitely sitting down, yes. And I feel that there's almost like this intelligent business kind of knowledge that this gentleman has, okay? This is gonna sound crazy, but hey. He's got one of those hats on, back in the day, like the hat, you know, the guys who wear the hat with the, what's it called? Yeah, thank you, that type of hat. He's got that on, he's sitting like this, he's looking like this, and he's reading something, like it looks like a paper or something, he's sitting there and he's reading it, and he's going like this, and he's reading it, and he's drinking a cup of coffee, okay? I'm smelling coffee, he's drinking coffee, love the coffee, okay? And it's almost like I'm saying, I caught ya, I'm seeing you over there, come on, look up at me. And he's looking at me. I don't know if I want to use the word serious, but there is definitely a black and white about him. It's this way or it's that way. It's this way, it's that way. But he's conversing, like he's a good conversationalist too, but he definitely had his opinions. Okay, and would stick to him. But the other thing I'm looking at, and that's where I was getting a little confused, I'm like, what are you looking at? And it looks like, you know, a ticket for gambling or something, like, you know, the horses, like, and you're picking the horses or something. It looks like a list like that. And that's what I'm seeing him doing right now, okay? Or numbers, but it's something with gambling. It feels like it's something with, he's gambling with something, okay? And he was a smoker too. I can smell it. I can definitely, like, you know, how you can smell it on the clothes or something. Like, I'm definitely smelling that with him too. But I want to go back to the paper thing for a minute before. It seems to me you're checking off things too, because I'm asking, what does this mean? I'm not clear on this. And that you're definitely checking things off. You're very well read. He says she's very intelligent herself too, and she's definitely organized and is going through a lot of things that she's doing right now too, okay? And he does look older when he passed, okay? I'm seeing that with him, because you can see a bit of the gray and stuff like that, like under the hat. He's not taking the hat off, okay? But it's okay, he will. And he is really trying to get close to you right now, like really talk that emotional to you, okay? Because I felt like sometimes he might feel a little distant when he was here, so he's really trying to get that close to you, okay? And he is saying, he goes, I didn't recognize it as much as I could have here, but how bright she is, okay? And how she's such an independent thinker, she's her own woman, and that perhaps he didn't always understand that, okay? But he is so close to you right now. He really, really is. And he's happy that you're loved the way you deserve to be. Okay? Is that making sense with you? Okay, thank you. And it's interesting, I'm just gonna say this, he's really not picking up his head that much.
I actually don't know who he is, but all that stuff that he just said.
Do you understand that? Okay, so let me just get more from him then, okay, because that's interesting, because he really knows you. Because he's given me this information, okay? So let me just ask, do you know if there's anyone who gambled in your family? Or did the racetracks? If not, that's okay. It's just, I feel, I'm gonna say, I'm sensing that, so I'm just gonna give this to you, because sometimes, like, if we go back, okay? So I am gonna say this, I feel like he's on dad's side of the family, okay? He's on dad's side of the family, and I have to say it, because it's so, like, it's there, the gambling, the tickets, the racetrack, trying to get ahead a little bit, okay? And that the family was always trying to get ahead a little bit, okay? And so he's definitely in that family that way. I have to say this, I feel, and I totally, but I feel like there's a connection, maybe, I'm gonna say something like the mafia, or like friends like that. I'm not gonna say the mafia, but that they would meet up, the guys would meet up, and maybe have a drink, meet at the racetrack, have a cigar or a smoke, and that's, it's so clear, like that's what I'm getting on that side of the family, okay? Is there Italian in the family? No, okay, why am I in the mafia then? That's so Mike, across the table.
Yeah, it's Mike.
No, I know it's Mike, yeah. Hey, I'm Italian.
Forget about
Okay, maybe you have family and not, no, I'm joking. Alright, but I really
From
am.
another country. Or.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna, it's so interesting. He's not moving from you, like sometimes we're off, I get it, like off with a person, but can anyone else around her besides Mike take it? What? Can anyone around you take this? Does anyone else connect with that? What's your name, please?
Maureen.
Maureen, okay. So you understand the message, but Maureen, the guy that's sitting over here, let me say it again, because I want to make sure. I have the hat. He is not taking the hat. Okay, he must like you. Okay, he's got the strip around the hat. Okay, gambling, that's huge. Thank you. God, thank you. Okay, okay. And trying to ask him why he's sitting next to her. Maybe was he a flirt or something? No. But it's so interesting. The message is yours though with all of that. I'm gonna say, and I'll see if I get any more with that. But that's who I'm seeing sitting there. And you see how he's sitting like this? Oh my gosh, he's not budging. That's why I'm like, ah, okay? He is not budging, okay? Let me just say something to you though. You're a very bright, educated individual. Yes. You are.
Yes.
Okay, can everyone, is she a bright, educated?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
So, what he's doing, because I'm asking, because they get to know people here too, is that when we learn knowledge and everything, it helps us get further ahead. He wished he got further ahead, but he kind of stopped. You understand? And that he couldn't make his way any further. So he did what he knew best. Okay? That's the gamble, that's the risk, that's all of that too, is what he's saying. Made no excuses, do you understand? He made no excuses about what he did, that's just how he lived, okay? And you know he drank too?
A little.
Yeah, okay, because he's drinking a whiskey right now. I'm not saying a lot, but there's a whiskey going on, okay? And I'm actually tasting it, and I don't drink whiskey, but I am, okay. And there's other men in the family or close-knit, like friends that would meet together, because they're showing me that. You understand? Okay, thank you. So I'm definitely seeing all of that too. And it's interesting, because we all know this, life can be a gamble, and in order for us to live fully, we got to take the risks, okay? But take them in the responsible way. Sometimes he would kind of go full on in irresponsibly, and he knows that, okay? He definitely knows that. Now, was there any connection with the mafia, do you know? Because I got that, I mean.
He always used to say there's no such thing as the mafia.
Okay, all right, 'cause I kept hearing the mafia, okay. Yeah, well, he said that probably because he was in it. Yeah, I mean, seriously, that's what, I mean, he just keeps saying that and he's looking up at me. He's very resistant tonight, I gotta tell you, like, you know.
Very stubborn.
Yes, thank you, okay, for sure. He's saying, do you know if he knew your mother too? He's saying he knew your mother. Okay, so hold on. A good woman, he's saying it
He
that
walked
way.
her down the aisle.
Oh, jeez, okay, yeah. A good woman, that's how far we're going back, yeah, okay. Because he's talking about that too, okay? Okay, also I get the sense that, I have to go back to this because as I'm around Mom's energy, are you with her too?
Yeah.
And what's your name, please?
Mine?
Yeah.
Al.
Al, and you are?
Caitlin.
Caitlin, so you're all together, right? Yeah, I mean, I saw you walk in together, I never assumed, but okay. You're sitting there, I don't like to get people in trouble, so. Okay. So, I'm just gonna keep him there, if you don't mind, he's gonna keep sitting next to you, okay? You're a good listener, he's saying that, she's a good listener. I'm telling you, they get to know each other. But with the mother's energy that I get around me, okay, with her, it was interesting because I felt and I heard like sour stomach, okay? I'm not saying that's what took, because she's passed, Mom, has she had a sour stomach then or something going on with the stomach? Good, 'cause she didn't pass. Do you know?
She has had stomach issues.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so hold on a minute, because then he is saying that to me. Okay, hold on. Yeah, with the issues, yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're not doctors or anything, but I get the sense that it's definitely more than just the sour stomach. And that it comes and goes more than she might be telling you, okay? So, I'm not saying it's emergency, but that's the sense I'm getting with that. That definitely is the sense, okay? And I have to say, I mean, she was a hard-working woman too, okay? And I'm getting, because sometimes we can, the sense of, my fingers are getting, or my hands tingly, like a sense of joint pain, or a bit of arthritis too. And I have to say, I get a sense of like eye doctor time or something with the eyes too. And it's interesting, this is so interesting, like I don't think I've ever experienced this before. He keeps going, yep, yep, yep. And I'm like, okay, gotcha. So he's like watching over her. And it's so cool that you said he walked her down the aisle because he's watching over her to this day, which is amazing, you know, and I'd love to experience that, but that's certainly what's going on here right now. And then he turns around and goes, you're good too. He goes like, I'm hearing an accent with him or something. Okay, thank you, because they don't always have it just because they're nationality, but I'm hearing that with him. And he just turned around, you're good too. And he goes, it's all good though. He goes, it's all good, it's all good. Okay, I know there's a Venice, Italy, okay, and I'm not sure if that's where it's from, but I get Venice, but then I go down to Florida. Is there any connection with Florida?
My mother's in Florida right now.
Okay, that's okay, thank you, okay. Yeah, so he's definitely like there, watching over her, which is really nice for her. It's nice to know we have not just people here in the physical, but in spirit, we have people watching over us too. So I gotta just say that to you right now, okay? And then he starts talking about your father too. He's definitely talking about Dad, okay? And he gets a little sad with that. He gets a little sad. And there's sadness around that too, okay? Okay, so that I feel like people are missing him right now, because he's talking like that, like he's a missed man, is what he's saying. Is there something going on with him too, like?
He has a lot of physical things going on.
Yeah, yeah, So I am, because he's dwelling on not that he's dwelling, but he's talking about the parents. Because I don't feel your parents are in spirit, but he's bringing, we can step into that physical energy too. And you just might be hearing some more, like I'm just feeling like the energy is more and more and more. Okay, and that they're gonna need some more help. Okay, and not that they're trying to put that pressure on all of you, but that's the feeling I'm getting with that. That's why he's talking about that and he's showing up. Because he goes, we take care of each other. You know, that kind of thing. We take care of each other. That's what he's saying.
It's all family.
Yep, it's all family. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So he showed up tonight. It's so interesting. He's just been sitting here. He really has, and he's sitting next to a pretty one. I mean, and that's him, you know? I mean, that in a respectful way. Don't get me wrong, like in a respectful way. Okay. All right. And he's going, am I done yet? Am I done yet? Oh my gosh. He's a character. He definitely is. And he says his big family over here. So there's a lot of family members over there, is what he's saying. We all stick together. We're all together. And I'm also getting a connection. He's talking about family in New York too.
Connecticut.
It's Connecticut, okay. All right.
in New York.
Oh, my daughter, my other daughter's in New York.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, okay. We do, we forget how many kids we have at home, the dog, I know when we're doing this, it's okay. So anyway, he says good family, good family. I feel like he's your family representative over in the spirit world. I mean, it's just so cool, it really is. She's doing fine, your daughter over there too, he says. I mean, in New York. Yeah, she's really doing well. Not gonna wanna come home, he's going, not gonna wanna come home. Yeah, does she, yeah, okay. He's giving me the scoop on your family. Oh my gosh, that's a riot, thank you. Okay, so I just wanna go back to, I'm sorry, what's your name again? Joanne, I knew it was a J. Joanne, I am gonna say, not because you're wearing glasses or anything like that, but I am getting a sense about more education or knowledge and some new knowledge coming in for you where it expands with what you're doing now. So I just have to say a lot of that is coming in. And to me, it's a sense of dreams, passions, purpose being realized for you. Does that make sense? If not, say no. But it really because you really are very diligent. Like diligent that way. And it's like, you're gonna just feel this big, it happened. Okay? So I just wanna say that to you. And he's calling you, good job, kid. Good job, kid, because that's like him. And that happens sometimes. It happens sometimes. He looks like he's in his 70s at least, like he's, I don't know. He was way more, right? But
Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Old men always loved me.
thank you. Yeah. And I'm sure he was older, but I am gonna say this, I guess you could say 2 years
Never the
older,
hot young
but
guy.
he's
always
acting. Yeah.
They got the money, they got the money.
Yeah.
the old guy.
I think it's so true though, that can happen, that is so cool, that is so cool. Oh my gosh,
Old
that
guy
is,
magnet.
yeah. Even in spirit, see, I'm doing an online dating service with spirit.
I am so happy with that, can't even tell you.
I know. The other side. He's got both sides.
Is he gonna come home with
The
me?
dead like you too. The other side. You got both.
Only if you want him to. He ain't going home with me. Oh, that's so funny. But you know, it's interesting because that does happen on occasion. So it's like, hey, they like you, but it's like over there. So that's so cool. That is, and you know, I am gonna say, though, there is a young spirit around. I think, what was your
Al?
Al?
Yeah.
No,
that's my name, I'm saying.
Yeah, Al. Your name's Al. Yeah, but Al, there's a
Yeah,
young.
she's the medium.
Nice to meet you. My name's Maria.
Good intro, George.
Thank you, George. No, it's interesting. I just am feeling a young male energy around you. I definitely am. And he's very, he's a young boy. He's playful. I mean, he's being very playful. And I just have to say, I'm seeing his energy pop up behind you. Like he's popping up. And he may not be like a young toddler or anything, but he's a boy, playful boy energy is what I'm getting, okay?
It's my grandfather's firstborn son. He died when he was 9.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Yeah, because thank you. Because he's not like 3, 4, but a little bit where he can play the baseball and stuff. I noticed you have the cap and stuff like that on. But he's popping up and he's just playing and he's going, I'm here. So when I was going to go, he goes, oh, no, wait a minute. Let him know I'm here. Let him know I'm here. So there's that young boy. So we go back. I mean, it's amazing the generations that you can go back. But definitely around here. Oh, it's so sweet what he's saying because you make such a good daddy. He's saying it that way, like you're very, your energy is relaxed, like it's just fun, but it's also about having more fun, okay? But he likes your energy and he just likes hopping around you and being around you for sure, which is so nice. It really, really is, okay? I wasn't getting much more than that right now, but I'm just saying, okay, I'll recognize him as he's coming in, for sure. Yeah. But I think for you the message is to play more. Like, get out more. Fun, enjoyment, relax. You understand? I mean, it's that. It's definitely that. Yeah. All right, so this is interesting. I just heard, because I'm hearing more lately, it seems like, and they're saying I passed from, I hope I'm saying this right, cystic fibrosis. Cystic fibrosis. What type of disease is it? Lung, yeah. Lung disease. It's a male. Let me just see. He's walking up and down here. He's walking up and down. Let me just see. It's coming up. It's busy in here. He's very tall. He gotta be 6 feet, 6'2". That's what I'm hearing right now. And he's just got a bit of a stomach here, not much, but you can see it. He's got a big presence about him. And this is so interesting because I'm your grandfather. I'm your grandfather. He's walking up here and over here. I feel like I want to get pulled over this way. Is what he's doing too. I'm gonna go over here. What is your name, please?
Kelly.
Kelly. You look so familiar. I don't know if I've seen you before. I know. I love that. And people go, yeah, you've been to my house? Oh, okay. Hold on, God. Moving up here. Yeah, he's definitely a grandfatherly energy. He's definitely passed from chest up in here. He's clean cut like his here. And it's not real thick because he's older when he passed, like 70s, maybe early 80s. But he's really tall. Like that, I have to say I'm impressed with that. Is any of that making sense? If not, say no. All right. Can anyone else take that? Because he's walking over here. No? Okay. I'm going to just leave him here, but he's definitely here. And I'm getting the name or connection like with the Brad or B name too. He's telling me B, Brad, something like that. What is your name, please? I'm just Karen. Karen. All right, Karen, I am going to just go with this because sometimes they pull someone else in, and I just have to say this to you, all right? Because I was feeling between both of you, okay, hold on a minute. there's also, I'm getting all of it tonight here, something with colon cancer too. So there's cancer and colon cancer that this gentleman is bringing in, okay? So I am gonna say that, but with that, so hold on, because I feel like I have 3 here, Karen. I'm feeling, a woman coming in and she's sitting between you two, okay? And, it's interesting how Spirit's working that, because she's going, I know those two, she's going like this to me, okay? But let me just have her sit here right now, and I know you're sitting together, but she's putting her arm around both of you. I don't know if it's to make room, but you must know each other then too, okay? Because she is sitting and she's going around like this with you, okay? And I love when they're affectionate, because she's kissing your cheek too, okay? So I'm gonna put her here, they're rolling in now. Okay, over here he's going, there's 2 guys over there, the cystic fibrosis and the colon cancer. And they said, I had the colon cancer and they're sitting back over here now, okay? And I'm just gonna say that right now, but definitely colon cancer. And I'm over here, there's something about colon cancer over here. I know you.
Great.
Greg. Yeah.
You've been to his house?
That was good. I know I have, okay. And that's his wife, right?
I'm
Yay!
like, you have been to our house.
Yes. It's a beautiful house too. Alright, Greg, I'm gonna say something quick, and I'm just going like this because I got a hold, because there's like 3 people here and I'm trying to separate it. I get the sense this man that had colon cancer is someone you, like a colleague or someone you worked with. Okay, it's a connection that way. It's not a family connection. And if it's not specifically colon cancer, it's cancer in here, is what he's telling me
Try
right
me
now.
on that one.
Huh?
Try me on that one.
Okay, well, he's sitting over here. It's definitely got cancer over here, okay?
That's my best friend, yeah.
Okay, thank you. He didn't know your best friend, did he? No, I didn't think
We might have
so.
showered together, we seated.
Break their
I feel this is fine, hey, it's working differently. Okay, thank you, because I'm gonna tell him, when I get the colon cancer, I feel it, so, and I'm feeling it, so I'm like, I can't let go, and he's pulling me back here, okay? So let me just go, he's a hot ticket in my mind. I mean, he's just like, hey, come back over here. He's kind of there joking with me tonight, and I kind of like that, keeps things light. And he's definitely doing that right now. He's laughing, he goes, what? So I'm here. So George, as he's sitting there, he's kind of going like this with you, like he's nudging you along. And he goes, this guy doesn't need any nudging though.
No.
Thank you, I was just gonna say that, Michelle, no, he doesn't, okay? He's taking your seat over, that's what he's doing. But, I gotta tell you, I like his personality, like he really was sort of that upbeat, positive guy. Like I really feel that with him right now, and it's as if he's coming in like joking, having a good time. He would do that if he was here, okay? For sure. And he's gonna say it this way to you, George. Everything's going as planned. You always try to put it on the fast speed. He goes, you don't have to do that. You really don't have to do that, okay? And he goes, you gotta remember to have fun with it too. So I'm not sure what he's talking about with that, but he's saying that to you. And it's not about cars. It's about some other things. And I know you have a lot going on in the mix right now. But he's definitely around you. But I thought too, with the business stuff, he is talking about that, and there's something about with business, because then I thought it was for him, and it's not, it is for you. And he's going like this, he's saying 3-pronged. So there's, I know you have a lot of interest, but there's something like 3 main veins is what he says. 3 main veins, and that they're all going. And he's going like this too, and he's joking with you, he's a wise ass. He's a huge wise ass, okay? And he goes, he knows what I'm talking about. He's really being like himself here right now. But they're all on all cylinders. They're all going well. And he goes, and then before you know it, the 4th one pops up, is what he says to me. So just, why am I even gonna say this to you? Take it slow, he says. He says, really, take it slow. And this isn't about the heart or anything like that. It is about business things like this, okay? And he's going, Michelle, you might as well just not even listen to this. He goes, God bless you, okay? As he's saying that, but he's a down-to-earth like I feel like he was really down-to-earth. There's nothing false about him. And yeah, George, you too. You're pretty down to earth. You say it like it is for damn sure. I mean, you really, really do. And he goes, just keep going along. Just keep kicking along because it's going anyway. It's going to happen anyway. No matter how much energy you put into it, not put into it, it's happening anyways because there's a point where there's no going back. So it's all happening and all he's saying to you is so you can ride it a little bit. You don't have to, be, he says ride it a little bit, is what he's saying, okay? He is. I know you said colon cancer. Do you know if he had anything in the lungs too? Because I got really heavy breathing when he came in full on, like I could feel it.
No, he was on oxygen toward the end.
Okay, thank you. Okay, because I'm really feeling that there too. Okay, that makes sense to me then. Okay. I get the sense, like I said, he lived fully, he lived a really good life. He absolutely did. Let me just see. All right, I know you're always taking trips and everything like that. I get that. You're always taking trips. But there's, all right, let's say it. Michelle, close your ears. I kept getting Peru. Peru. I just got Peru over your head. Where's Allie? Allie, get your bags. But I got something about Peru. Now, Peru is also, and this would make sense to you, obviously, very symbolic of like spiritual journey and things like that.
Yeah, like
Okay.
Machu Picchu.
Yes, and things like that. So sometimes it doesn't mean you're going there, but what I'm getting is, shit, no, you're going. That's what I'm getting. Sorry, Michelle, but I mean, Peru went right over your head. And he's going, can you believe that? And he's going like that to you. He's going like that. All right, so don't worry. It's not happening like next month, but there's something, and you know what's going to happen, George? You are. All of a sudden, you're going to get something in the meal or something that's going to say Peru. Just remember that. Peru. Okay, I mean that, definitely. Yeah. He's pointing down at one of your ankles, feet. Did you ever like do a splinter in here? Was there a splinter or a fracture?
Yes,
Yeah.
you have that infection.
Where?
Remember in your shin where the kitties? Yeah, your mark.
Yeah, where the kitty's going, okay.
Where the kitty's going, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's just his way of going, it's me, George. It's me, George. He's going like, he goes, I know you. And he knew you very well. He knew you inside and out. And he knows where you're going. And so you know this about guides and things like that. And I feel like he's shown up before, so he's
Yeah, like
definitely.
last week in Lily.
He did, oh, good, okay. So he's, I'm gonna say this to you, and I say this to everyone, we all have guides, he's one of yours. He's definitely a guide of yours, thank you, because I got the chills with that, so he's definitely for you, okay? So he's sitting, and believe me, he's holding on tight, because he's going with you, okay, on this journey, the next few years. I just get that deeper, and yeah, Peru, and more of that too, okay? And so it's just, you're on your way, he says, it's good, just let it come into you now, let it come in, okay? So thank you. This is going away, so that means, yeah, I feel like I've definitely connected, okay? Awesome. All right.
So the other guy, I think, died of lung cancer,
Yeah,
not cystic fibrosis, but lung cancer.
okay.
That was George Levine, I was named for him. So that makes sense, because they always come through together.
Was he tall?
He was really tall.
Oh my God,
It's like
thank you.
6'2".
6'2", and he said that, I'm 6'2". I said, so he was walking down here too. So yeah, they were coming in together. Thank you for that. Okay. Yeah, they just go, come on, let's go. I think they're going to get more food and another drink. So they were sitting down there though, and then they walked down this way.
He
Okay.
always smoked, and he loved his, like a,
Yep, okay, so.
and he played the races.
He played the races too.
All the
Well,
time.
and he's probably, that's why he's down there with that guy doing the
Comparing
cards.
notes.
Yeah, comparing notes, because they were down there. Thank you. All right, that makes sense. Thank you. They're good guys. They're like, yeah, we're going in there now. We're going in there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you, George. So the woman that comes here, it's Karen, you said? Oh my God, I remember. Thank you. Okay. It's interesting because I get the sense that she's wearing like a house dress type of, or nightgown, so I feel like she either passed in hospice or hospital. Because when they come in the nightgown, Karen, or something, it means she's older, she's not younger, okay? But that means they had some type of hospital care when that happens, okay? And I am gonna say I'm very impressed with white here. And I do get the sense, I got a little bit dizzy, that it could be Alzheimer's or onset of dementia as she's coming in, okay? And so I'm getting a little dizzy with her, that's why I'm feeling that, okay? And she's a small woman. I mean, she's like your height, okay? As she comes in, and I do, like I said, she had the white hair, so she looks to me, I'm sensing she passed like 80s, maybe even early 90s, okay? Because she's an older woman. Yeah, and petite, she's petite, she definitely is. And I got the sense, I'm gonna say this, I'm getting on dad's side, father's side of the family. She goes, I'm the father's mother. Would that make sense? I'm the father's mother. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but she
How old was she? Okay, so she was in her 80s, that's what I'm saying. She was in her 80s, yeah. Okay, did she look like that and stuff too? Okay, so that's her, that's definitely her. And she wants me to get it right. She's going, I'm the father's mother. I'm like, okay, I got it. So she's definitely around both of you, okay? And it's like so nice that she's keeping like you together, like hip to hip, okay? And she's happy to see you both together, okay? And what's your name again? Kelly. Kelly, she is saying to you too is, I'm just gonna say it this way, she says, you have a very strong will. And you don't always readily share that outwardly, okay, but your will in here is very strong. And she says, and you know best where you're going, okay? And she says, I'm definitely very proud of what you've done, because you've had to overcome, we don't have to get into all that, but some struggles there, okay? And that you sometimes forget to remind yourself of that, like where you've been, where you've come. And so you get down on yourself, do you understand that? And she's saying, don't do that, like you have to remind yourself just how strong you really are, okay? She had a lot of chutzpah. I gotta tell you, this woman was pretty direct. She said what she had to say. She was very honest. And Kelly, she's looking at you, she's putting her chin up like this. It took a lot of courage for you to be honest. Does that make sense? Like with yourself too? Because she's going like this? Because a lot of people wouldn't, they might turn the other way and you did not. Okay? And she just says, I want to say that to you because it's important and you need to be reminded of that sometimes. I feel like that, okay? And there's also, when I see the doors, it's very symbolic of doors opening. So you've had some doors opening. She goes, honey, jump in because it's going right. It's going right, okay? I am going to say this too. I didn't get a lot of work stuff, but there's something about work too. Like I'm seeing a shift with the work. And when I see the shift up, that means something new's coming with that, okay? So just be open to it. And she's saying you can do it. you can do it. Because you've needed to hear that too, if that makes sense. Yeah, you've needed, and you can, okay? All right, I'm not sure who this is. I just heard miscarriage too. Someone in the family having a miscarriage. I'm just gonna say that, okay? Yeah. I just got it around you, yeah. And there's another woman coming in, Karen, I gotta tell you, I'm seeing this picture, and it's like a black and white photo, and you look like her. I mean, she's definitely family, okay? And the eyes, it's the eyes, okay? And she is sitting just like this with her hands in the photo, okay? And she says, I'm here too for you. And I am switching over to mom's side of the family. I just want to say that to you. And she's wearing like dark clothes. I know you're wearing a dark shirt, but I gotta say that to you. Yeah. And I get the sense she's spoke another language. Is there a family that spoke another language? Over here? Okay, so that's her then. But I'm still having another woman that's coming in. I just gotta say that. And I'm just getting the photo right now. It's an old photo. Yeah. I know. I'm just gonna give that to you right now. I definitely am. Okay. Let me just see. That was a cat, right? I didn't see that in spirit. That was a cat. Yeah. Let me just see.
You've been to her house,
Yeah, I'm not getting anything else with the photo, Karen, sorry. I'm just not getting anything else. All right, I know it's, I got one more thing that I'm sensing here, and I'm hearing it again, is car crash. And I'm over this way. It's a gentleman, he's coming in here, because they're all coming in different ways right now. Oh my God, head, all in the head, as he comes in. He came in wearing jeans, he's got long legs, like he's a good height, between 5'10" and 6 feet, not as tall as the other guy. Hit right on, I mean, I get the sense he passed instantly. I believe he's like in his 20s, maybe early 30s, not much older than that either. And he's like, it's so interesting, he's running, stumbling in. Neck broken, he's telling me, for sure. And he was the only one in the car. He's saying he was the only one in the car. Can anyone take that? He just came in this way, I usually can tell, but can anyone take that? Okay. I feel like I'm over here, I'm glad, I feel like I'm over here, even though he came in. Yeah, ask Amanda, I heard that. Yeah. I'm sorry, I know, I feel bad for her. No, he's definitely, waiting around, because he's going like this, and it was quick and it was fast. Where is she?
Amanda.
Amanda! Because he's not leaving. I know you two are here, but let me just, okay. Yeah, it was definitely in the head. It was definitely a tragic head. Yeah. All right, well, he's here. Maybe we'll talk to her afterwards. Amanda! Is she coming in? That's okay if she isn't. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just gonna say, he definitely has, Amanda. I know, I know she comes in here all the time and I never talk to her. Now I'm talking to you and she leaves. So Amanda, I will say this because he came in like this in the door. And I heard him say, I was in a car accident, it was really bad, head. And I'm feeling it again, like my head is buzzing and it's hurting. And he passed like right away, it was on impact. And to me, if I'm looking at him, he looks like you know, contemporary in age, but 20s, maybe 30s, but not older than that. And he's a good height. I mean, he's like 5'10", but severe head injury. I just kept feeling that, so I have to give that away. And it's like something he hit and it's like exploded. It was really bad.
Well, I have an uncle that died in a car accident when he was like 18.
Okay,
He hit a tree.
thank you. That's him. That's
I
gotta
was
be
little.
him.
I was
That's
like
okay.
6.
Okay, you've been at these, right, a lot, right? How many times do I tell you? Just 'cause you were young, it doesn't matter, okay?
Actually, Josh's uncle.
Okay.
The kid that killed himself?
Oh,
That
that's
makes
right,
sense.
here, that makes sense. Okay. Like, they're coming, and I am gonna say this, because I feel like there is tragedy around you from before. I'm so sorry.
You're fired.
Yeah. No. It's just how it's working tonight. It just is. But it's like his neck, I mean, it was just bad. And it hit a tree.
George, she just
exploded.
booked the Peru trip.
Okay. Yeah. And it's so interesting, and he's listening to us as we're talking. And he is saying for you, Amanda, he wants the message to be more peaceful times. More peaceful times for you, okay? And so I'm just gonna say that to you. It's like how things smooth out for you too, okay? But let me just see what else he's saying. Hold on, because he kind of like jumped in. Yeah. I get with him, he's a pretty, he could be a kind of a wise, whatever, I mean, nice, but just really, hey, here I am, like, he's just like, here I am. There's nothing, false about him, you know? Let me just see. It happened a while ago, so it's like he's just, it's almost like he's finding out about this. I feel like it's like he hasn't come through a lot to talk, and it's like, you know, he's coming in through the veil. It's weird, but I gotta say it that way, okay? All right, so your mom's still here, correct?
Yeah.
And he's saying, are you okay with the cat?
Yes. He used to bit me, so.
Oh, okay, all right,
Yes. Yeah, sometimes then it bites you.
Yeah.
So I did my ankle the other day, so it's a little nervous.
Would you like things smoothed out, like everything's good there with mom?
Yeah.
Okay, and that, okay, so everything's good, okay? He's saying sometimes it could be better, and I just gotta say that to you, okay? There's a lot you're kind of handling and doing and stuff like that, okay? And he's just saying it's smoothing out, it's smoothing out. It just keeps going like this with you, it just keeps going like this, okay? I know you're a busy person, you got a lot going on up in the air and things like that too, okay? And so he just wants to say that to you. And he just keeps doing this with my hand. I don't know how else to say that, but that's what he's doing.
It's a watch, he's saying, look at the time. If she's late every day, look at the time.
Well, that would make sense, because you have everything up in
Excuse me, she has 2 babies.
Yeah.
She doesn't get to work every
Look at the time, look at the time.
I mean,
Yeah, I like your uncle, there he
you
is.
need more help.
He can say.
You need more help, that's what he's trying to say. You need more help, okay? You definitely do. I'm just saying that, okay?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And then, you know what, can I tell you, Justin's not even in this, like, what I mean? Not even in this.
Her mother just moved in with me.
Fine.
Okay. Is mom here tonight? Okay. It's all cool. I am gonna just say this to you, there's some adjustments and stuff. And then it gets smoothed out though, I just gotta say that, but I am feeling, thank you, that there is transition with mom and you. Okay, we're gonna say it that way, okay? And just to stay on top of it. Stay on top of that. Like, okay, it's your house, it's your home, stay on top of it, please. Yeah. For sure, okay? He's hi to your dad, too. The one that passed. Your father's here too, correct? He's alive. I don't feel like your father's in spirit. And he says, talk about people reinventing their lives.
Yeah.
He says, talk about people reinventing their lives.
Yeah.
One cool dude doing that, he says. He's just saying it that way. No, he is. Let him talk like that, okay? Okay? And he is. He's saying that your dad, he beats to his own whatever it is, okay?
He does.
He definitely does, but sometimes we do. There comes a time in our lives where we have to change things up, and he has. He definitely has. So all he's saying is we can't be afraid to change those things up when needed. Okay? So I'm just gonna say there could be some changes down the road, that's all, with that, with what's going on. You just gotta change things up, make it work so it works for everybody. Okay? I'm gonna say that to you. He's just like, hi, I came in, just the way he came in, it was funny.
He's wicked funny.
Thank you. Okay, like clown. I want to say clown.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Yes. And I'm like, okay, I can't do it as gracefully as him, but
That's the only thing I really remember about him, how funny
he was very funny. And so,
That was really good.
and I'm sorry for that. I am. So what he's saying to you too, though, okay, is you gotta put a little laughter into some serious things sometimes. You just gotta laugh it off. Laugh it off. Okay? Yeah. Seriously, because it helps. It helps just take the edge off of some things. So that's what he's trying to do, is he was doing like the class clown kind of thing. Okay?
No, I think he's pointing at the watch.
That's George's message to you, not mine, okay? I am getting some animals, but I got a Doberman Pinscher down there, and then I got a, what are those called? The the Dalmatian. Doberman Pinscher, I never get these type of dogs, and a Dalmatian over that way. I saw a Dalmatian dog, so I'm just gonna say that. I don't know why Dalmatians here. You know your buddy, the 6'2" guy? Alright, he's over there with one of the dogs. I'm just gonna say, he owns some dogs? Do you know?
I don't know, I don't remember.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say he's with one of them. I'm just gonna say that to you.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Probably own dogs, like you race them.
Yeah, thank you. Like the
Yeah.
Dalmatian isn't that like a kind of a racing dog too? So they're both over there. They're both over there. Oh, Greyhound, thank you. Yes. I'm always not good with the breeds there. I describe dogs like cars, compact, mid-size. The gentleman that first came in, I'm kind of going full circle here. I know it seems general, but he's given you such a huge hug. He really, really is. You will see him again, he says, in terms of your friend Sean. You will see him. It's important. Very important. Not just for him, he's saying.
Sean.
Yeah. Like, he's saying, the young man that took his, helped himself over, is saying, you will see Sean again, and it's important, and it's not just for him, it's for you too. There's some things that have to, I'm just gonna say that to you. Okay? Yeah, need to be said.
I'm supposed to see Sean tomorrow.
Okay. He's saying, do it, know that I'm there too, and just, it's all about love and kindness, right? Yeah, and he says it will be okay. He says it's gonna be okay. There's a lot of hurt, he says, yes, from my passing, but in other things too. Okay? Hurt can make things messy. Yeah. So it's just saying, he goes, I'm there, and he's going like this around you. Because you need to be reminded you're a wonderful, beautiful person. And that's where you work from. Or live from. Okay? All right. Let's see. He's that guy, your cousin, was it a cousin you said? Uncle.
The guy with the watch.
Is my cousin.
He's your cousin, yeah. He's pulling your hand. It's like, come on, let's go. Life, don't take it so seriously. Okay? And I'm like, dude, that's easy to say. Yeah. Is there a concert you're going to, a concert? Is there a concert you were invited to?
Oh, we invited to,
Yeah, okay. And I know you have a drink in your hand, but give me your hands, Justin. Can I have your hands? He's going like this, he's going, you gotta do that sometimes, and he's just going like this. Go, take time, make time, okay?
Yeah, Justin.
Thank you, Justin. All right,
So
okay.
that was for Justin.
That was for both of you then, okay? So I'm just saying that. I just like, come on, let's go, come on, let's go, okay? Yeah, yeah. And I got Maine around you too, something about Maine and heading up to Maine. I know we're in New Hampshire, but something about Maine, okay? So I'm just gonna say that to you. Yeah. Trip, like a weekend thing, trip. Yeah. Have you been up to, like Arcadia Park in the past? Okay. Justin, take her, she'll love it. I'm planning your dates now, or he is. All right, I think they're done. Let me just see if there's anything else. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
What's with this cat?
The cat the cat came up to me
Yeah.
outside.
All right, tell us. It's the neighbor's cat.
Oh.
So
But it moved in here.
No, it didn't move in here, you made it move in
I
here.
made it.
Yeah.
Well, I made it for it.
And you made it fast.
So it can't go home.
It's been like 4 years he's been here. He hasn't gone away.
The cat's name is Frankie, and it belongs over across the street.
He gave up that house. He abandoned that.
Right.
Charlie.
Look, it's like you're talking about me.
Yeah. He knows I don't like him.
That's not nice.
Yeah, I think they're done. I'm just looking around. I'm not seeing anything else or feeling anything. Yeah.
Wait, before you have to tell me about the watch again.
I should say all of your clients are here. Never on time.
I'm not getting into this. No way. I didn't say anything. All right, so I just want to thank everyone. You were great tonight. It was a good group, and thank you for the start of it too. And again, if anyone wants to follow up with me or have a message that you need to give to someone that wants to follow up, please have them call me, because it doesn't stop here. They're always around. They're here for us. And just because I couldn't get to everyone tonight, or some that you were hoping for didn't come in, doesn't mean they're not around. Keep doing this. Keep talking to them. They'll show themselves. They really, really will. Okay, so I left some flyers out on the table. My contact information's there. And I'm also doing 2 cruises next year. So I have a flyer for one of them, but if you're interested in
There's the
that.
Peruvian cruise on there?
The Caribbean cruise is on the back. Here's the information. What did I say? Oh, Peruvian, he said, oh. No, maybe we're doing that next, George. But feel free to call me with any questions or anything, or any information on the different cruises, okay? So thank you all very much. Thank you. Thanks, Spirit. I'll be right back. Oh,
Can't even get
Mark, right? Mark is.